Can you hear me now? Sorry about that. Let me see. Can you still hear me? Okay. All right. It seems like the audio issue is fixed. All right. So I was saying, I think you're the first and only one for now. So here's what I'll be doing. I'll unbox HyperFuse Origins and some Retooled PCB mounts that I got from Arrows. And then I'm going to unbox some Alps PCB, ALPS64 PCB. And then I'm going to mount the HyperFuse on a board. Yeah, they are really smooth. I already did a few builds with them. Once you loop them, they're pretty good, indeed. All right, let's just give it another minute to see if anyone else is going to join. So this is the 3D printed that I showed you. I'm calling it Holy 40, Holy 50 for now, in lack of a better name. But anyways, I think we can get started, and if people join later, they can pick it up from wherever we are. All right, so without further ado, let me go ahead and unbox this guy. Well, it's not a box, but still counts, right? Unbag, yeah, there you go. Hey Edu, how are you? Thanks for joining. All right, so this is HyperFuse Origins, I think. There are a few invoices here. And then we have, look at that, I got some candy with my HyperFuse. That's cool. All right, so let me real quick open this. Oh, there's the diode I've been missing. Hey, Gu, how are you? I am good as well, Edu. So those are the Retooled that I got from Arrows. I got 300 of them. As you can see, there is a bunch of them. So let's take a look at this guy. So pretty standard PCB mount cherry switch with the PCB mount pins. Let's see how this sounds. Yeah, it sounds the same as the not PCB mount, the plate mount. So I'm gonna put it real close to the mic, and hopefully you guys can listen to this. Can you guys hear it? Yeah, I'm gonna see if I'm gonna sell them. Usually I keep them, but I have way too many, so maybe I'll sell them. I'll let you know. Let's open up one of those. So let me see if I can get more zoom here. That may not be enough, but I can bring it to the camera. Let me open it. And as you can see the difference on the Retooleds. There we go. So the difference here is the stem, right? You can see that in the back it has this little square, and also it has a chamfer on the top here. I think you can see that in camera now. So that chamfer and this little open in the back is the difference that those, along with the housing. The housing has a few minor differences as well, if I recall correctly. So those are the main differences of the Retooled MX Plex. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Let me move this aside, and then let's take a look at the HyperFuse Origins so stoked with the handwire. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about the handwired projects as well a little bit. I am stoked as well. Like, this is something I dove deeply. That's the reason I didn't do any unboxings or builds last week, is that I was, and I have a plan on creating a 4 or 5 part series about how to create a keyboard from scratch, from designing it on Fusion 360, 3D printing it or ordering a 3D print, and then doing the hand wire and the programming, everything from scratch. That's something I really want to do. I even captured some of the hand wiring I did for this keyboard. So stay tuned for that. That's something I want to publish on YouTube. Not, you know, it's not going to be something super quick, but still. All right, so here we have HyperFuse Origins, and the guy that sold me this told me that this was never mounted on a keyboard, right? So I'll put this aside a little bit and unbox the last thing, and then we're gonna come back to this and we're gonna mount it on one of my hand-wired boards that I have. So let me put this here for now, while I finally unbox this ALPS64 PCB. And then we can take a better look at the HyperFuse Origins key set. And also do a comparison with the original HyperFuse that I have here as well. And this thing came to me like on a record. I think it took 5 days for this thing to get here. 5 to 7 days. I think 5 business days. From all the way from Japan to here. And I even got taxed for this guy. 34 reais. Did you ever see that? I've never seen someone be taxed with such a lower value. 34 reais. Oh yeah. Hey Wix, thanks for joining. But that's good advice. That's what I'll do. Mount it on box switches first. That's a great idea. So here we have the ALPS64 PCB end plate. I still need to decide, because I want to build this thing tomorrow. So I still have to decide on which board we're going to mount it on, or which board we're going to mount it on. This is compatible with any 64 standard cases. So I still don't know which one I will use for this. So this is a pretty regular plate from TMK. And I love that there's no ISO support. Sorry guys. Is this how it's supposed to be? The mounts for the... Let me check, because that looks a little weird. For the stabs, for the... How you call it? The co-star stabs. That looks a little off. So I have co-stars here. Yeah, they are co-stars. So are they okay? So this is the right shift. Yeah, this is this way. Hey Panda, thanks for joining. How are you? Yeah, I don't know. This thing looks off. How am I supposed to mount this on this small hole? Do you guys know? Because if you look at the stabs, this is what they look like. And I have no idea how to mount those on this hose. Are there, hold on, ALPS stabs? I don't know, is there such a thing? I was expecting it to be regular CoStar stabs. This is not gonna work for sure. Yeah, so this is useless. Where do you get ALPS steps? Do you guys know LF keyboards? Where? Let's take a look at that. Let me see. Old ALPS keyboards. The only ALPS keyboards that I had was the AEK. So yeah, this is something I'll need to figure out. I still don't know what I'm gonna do about it since it's so fucked up. But yeah, so this is something I'll have to think about. So I don't wanna delay us because of that. And here's the Alps PCB, which I'm not gonna test right now, even though I should. But I can do that afterwards, so let's put it aside. And that's a big bummer because I was expecting it to be CoStar. That really sucks. Anyways, so I'm gonna give you guys a first view of this project here. This is what I have been working on. This is the, I'm calling HyperFuse for now. I don't know the name that I'm going to give it. And that's, as you guys can see, this has the standard first release of the HyperFuse kit, right? So I'm going to actually change this and add the new HyperFuse Origins set. So, and the only bummer about this is you're gonna see that when I try to pull the caps, the switches are gonna come along with it because I experimented with 2mm plates and they don't hold the switch as good as they should. So let's see if I can manage to take out the keys without, so you have to be very careful, and even if you're careful, it's super chubby, Panda, because I'm doing hand wired and I wanted to experiment with 8 degrees instead of 7. It's super chubby. It's still comfortable if you use a wrist rest like this, and you will not be able to see it from the side, but you can type without any issues because the front is not that high. But the reason I did it, and I will unscrew the screws here later, and I'll show you why I had to do this, because for the hand wiring, I had to do that. So it's not the best being that high, and I'm trying to come up with an idea to overcome that. I'm trying to create a small plate that would sit where the PCB would sit, that would help hand wiring in a more organized fashion. I was playing with that before the stream. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So if you look here, oh, and this is not the right keyboard. I'm playing with this thing which is like a prototype for one switch only, that you put, you make the switch, let me bring the switch here. So the switch would sit here like so. And sometimes Fusion is just, so you put the switch here and then you do the hand wiring using those guides that I'm creating. And I'm probably gonna change the design on this later, but this is the initial idea. So to have something like this to run both the diode and the wire on this thing. And let me bring you back here. So if you look at this, I have been doing a lot of prototyping on that idea. Let me see if I can bring this thing to the camera so you guys can see. So this is all the iterations that I did of that small piece there. As you can see here, this is an early prototype. Let's see. So this is an early prototype, and you can see how I want to run the diode here. And the idea is that those other guides here and here would run the wire that goes this way. Hey, Chernicharo, you're not late. We were talking about this this thing that I'm designing to do hand wiring. It's like all those prototypes that I have been doing. And I think the last one that I did was actually this one, maybe? No. I don't even remember anymore. So many iterations. This may be the last one. Is it? Yeah, and I already broke it. You guys won't be able to see it. But the idea is that, let me see if I can zoom in to give you guys a better idea. So the idea is that, let me grab a diode. So the idea here is for you to like grab a diode like this. Let me see if I can bring the focus. Yeah. So the idea is to grab a diode like this, put it here, and you guys are not seeing anything, right? I just realized that. So let me do it this way. So the idea is to put the diode here, like so, then bend it one side here. Oh my God, this is so hard to get correct in camera. Hey, thanks for the follow, Chernicharo. Really appreciate it. And then the idea is to bend it again here, and there's a little design flaw here because you need to bend it too much. And then put it under, oh my God, this is super hard. Then put it, snap it in here. Oh my God. And under this other guy here, like this, right? And then it would be like this, and you could, you know, then solder to the next one that would be exposed around here. And then you would run another wire, like the real wire here. And I'm trying to come up with an idea to isolate the bottom diode so it doesn't hit the other wire. As I said, this is still a super early prototype, but that's something I have been working. Is it dedicated or integrated? It's I'm thinking about dedicated for now, but I still don't know. Maybe integrated into the plate. So I'm playing with ideas. I still don't know. Too early to say. But yeah, that's another thing I have been playing with. All right, so let's move on here. And I'm gonna try to take out those caps with my hand, because from experience, I know that it's easier to not pull the switches if you do it like that. Yeah, that's, so one of the, I'm gonna experiment with that as well. The other idea is to put use some mix, what's the name of those hot swap sockets? Muse Max. I ordered like 300 of them. So the other idea is to use those plates as a placeholder for the Max Muse sockets and then use that for soldering the wires. We're gonna see. But even if you melt the plate, I did that while I was doing some hand wiring, and it's not as bad as you would think. But again, you know, just ideas for now. Nothing concrete. And again, I'm doing that for only 2 switches for now. So it's easy to print, like it's super fast to print. It takes like 3-4 minutes to print one. So I get to do a lot of iterations. And my intention is to put 2 switches and solder them to validate that as well. Bunda. Just FYI. And that's all I'm doing. Like lately, I'm doing a lot of experimentation with 3D printing, right? This board itself, like it took so many iterations to get right. Like look at the bottoms. Like this one, I forgot to print the little insert for the, and this one, the power went out when it was like 90% done. So yeah, there's a lot of, there's a ton more. And I even did 2, like, I don't know if you guys saw this. This was my first attempt. Like I did this combo of this 40% and this numpad. Those are both hand wired. The only one that is not hand wired yet is this one. So all of that I'm doing is the goal is to create that series of videos for teaching how to hand wire. Okay, now the tricky part is removing those on the top. They're really hard to take out. All right, and by the way, those are Keycap black switches. They are pretty nice, pretty smooth as well. They are comparable to Retooled blacks in my opinion. And I lubed them with Krytox and they're pretty good now. Krytox 204 or Tribosis equivalent. All right, so let's get this started. So this seems to be numpad plus other stuff. I don't think I'll need it yet. All right, so here you go. And I need to put bump-ons on this keyboard as well. Yeah, I knew something was not right. And what are you guys up to? Paid for E7. What is E7? Sorry. If that's game related, I know nothing about games. Oh, E7 P1. Now I got it. Oh man, that's such an awesome board. I decided not to join it though. I am not. I mean, I like 65% and 75%, but I'm leaning towards more and more on the compact keyboards, like you guys can see. So I decided to skip that one. But I joined. What did I join lately? I joined a private. The private. You've been cleaning Alps. What do you use? Do you use like supersonic stuff? Yeah, I never use the F keys, so 75% is not really that much useful to me. But I understand people often rely on the F keys. Wait, oh, so it's all mixed up, right? I thought the guy had like a logic separation of stuff, but there are more alphas here, so I don't think that's what he did. So we can do hyper. Is it here? Hyper, where's fuse? Wrong size spacebar. Sorry about that. Let's see. Yeah, and this is here actually. I did join the spaghetti. Yes. What is the lead time on that? Do you guys remember? I surely don't. Where is the eye? Oh, here it is. So it is properly separated. But it's okay. Let's see what else we have here that we can use. I was using this here. There's the little Windows key that I was using here. Control. Let's keep it here. Yeah, I love HyperFuse, and I like this one even better than the other one. I really dig this one. Oh, nice. There's a small shift now, so we can use the right shift. The one that I had before didn't have this nice little shift. Is this, oh, where's the escape? Here it is. And I need to see if there's a control with the size of caps lock, because if not, I'm gonna have to use caps lock here. And I don't think there is one. So now I'm just missing the delete key here. Since I don't think we have a 1U backspace, do we? Let's check this. Oh, here it is. So we do have a control. Where did I put it? Here. Oh, let's look at that. Hold on. So for those of you who doesn't know, Wix Blue is doing a GB or an IC first and then a GB of this 50% HHKB board that I think is gonna look amazing. Look at that. What do you guys think? I think it's stunning. I'm gonna join this thing for sure. Let me know what you guys think about that board. I think it's amazing. Looks gorgeous, right? Yeah, I agree. I loved how the DSA and SA sets had the hyper and fuse keys. Yeah, I love this. Oh, and I end up didn't put in the control over there. And where did it go? Let's see where I put the control that I was gonna put here. Control. There would be non-HHKB variant though, as far as I know. Yeah, I like the HHKB version myself. I would get the HHKB version. And I have no idea what I put the control that I was about to put here. Did you guys see where do you guys see from where you're seeing where is the caps lock sized control? Where did I put it? So I was about to put it here and then it disappeared as usual. So I'm looking for a control of this size. And here's the delete. And it looks like we do not have a, oh, here it is, the control that I was looking for. So we don't have a 1U backspace, right? Doesn't look like we do. All right, so let's move this here, and let me grab a bag for this. Oh, and I ran out of bags, so we're gonna have to sit here for a little longer. All right, so let's take a closer look at HyperFuse origins. I think it really looks stunning. What do you guys think? The quality of those is really good. You know something I need to do? I need to do the chat disappear after a few seconds. I disabled that thinking it would be better, but it isn't. Unless I had like a dedicated, what I could do in the future is have like a dedicated area for the stream, which I don't right now. So let me see if I can turn that off. Streamlabs. And of course I can't do that off camera. Hey, Edu, okay, have a nice one. It's not your cup of tea? Why is that? What are your gripes about HyperFuse origins? I think it looks stunning. I really do. Hey, Pedro. So we unboxed some Retooled blacks PCB mount, and then we unboxed this Alps PCB and Alps plate, and I found out that I have the wrong kind of stabs for them, since they use Alps stabs and I don't have any. I only have like Co-Star. So, and then we talked a little bit about my hand wiring projects, this guy over here, and the previous iterations of them, this and this. And I really like how those boards, those 3D printed boards sound. Like I can do a quick sound test here just so you guys get an idea. Oh, I see what you mean. So you like darker colors? Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm probably gonna do like another case design for a darker color. I have some darker filaments. But this, sound-wise, this is my favorite board. I can type so you guys can hear it. Anyways, so I am about to take off. Do you guys have any questions? Anything else you'd like to see about either the new set, the PCB, or my hand-wired projects? Anything you guys wanted to see before I let you guys go? Anything else you want to see? Yeah, they do sound really hollow and really plasticky, but I think if you use linears, I tried using Otemu Sky on them, and that's where it gets really bad. Like with with tactile switches, I didn't like the sound at all. At least with Otemu Sky. Oh, so the idea of this, other than, being pure aesthetics, is that you don't need to disconnect from your PCB, so you don't end up breaking, and you could potentially like use different endings for the cables, like different ends, and you would have a cable for everything here. So you could potentially connect USB mini, USB micro, USB-C, or anything else you wanted to connect. So that is why. So for instance, I have another cable here, even though the color is completely off. I have one that is USB micro, right? So potentially, if I had them on a matching color, I could just unplug, plug it like so, as long as I can align this thing like this. And then I could just screw it in, and then done. I have another cable just like that. So that's the theoretical benefit, but everybody uses it for stylish purposes, I think. At least I do. I think they look cool. That's it. All right. So they have a little guide to put them back together, which makes it a little easier. No, I am always glad to answer any questions you guys may have. All right, anything else? By the way, I'll see if I am able to build that ALPS64 board tomorrow. And if by any reason I can't, meaning that I didn't find a suitable plate for that, I'm gonna probably build the M65 that I have been putting off for so long. So tomorrow I'm gonna do that if we don't get to box brown, or do you mean Alps brown? Yeah, the idea is to have Alps brown tomorrow. Yeah, limo connectors are where it's at for sure. They are very expensive though, right? So I'm probably gonna get one of those cables just to see how they are, but that's it. So tomorrow it's either gonna be Alps brown build if I find a way to have those stabs going. I don't know if I have any plates here that support Alps, but if I do, we're gonna do that. Otherwise, we're gonna do the M65A, but I don't know which switches yet, so that's up in the air. I wanted to do some linears like Zelios or some tactiles like Zelios, and I didn't like the Ultimo Sky all that much. I was gonna do Ultimo Skies 2.2, but didn't like them that much. So potentially Zelios, or I don't know yet. Or I'm gonna end up going with linears, which is my go-to kind of switches now. So it's either gonna be M65A or an Alps Browns board. So I'll let you guys know tomorrow. All right, guys. So that's it. I'm gonna see you on Discord, and if not, by tomorrow at around 6 p.m. Eastern or 7 p.m. I do have Xylants. Yes. Do you like Xylants? Okay, let's talk about Xylants a little bit. I found all the Xylants that I got, and I got 62, 65, and 67 grams. I think they have terrible noise, spring noise. So what I recommend you try instead is ordering this little beauty here, MX Xylants, and then you go ahead and put the stems on either how do you call them? Oh my god, I forgot the name of the silent switches from KB Defense, Alias switches. So order some Alias switches, and you're better off with this combo than. Let me grab some Xylants. I can show you. Like, I hate how they sound. So these are 65 grams Xylants, and I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put a few of them here on this board, right? And I can show you what I'm talking. Hopefully, I can show you what I'm talking about. So let's put like 4 of them here. I don't know. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna sell them. The problem, Wix, is that I'm a big switch hoarder. You have no idea. So I usually buy stuff and I never sell them. But if I decide to sell them, I'll let you know. And keep in mind that I think I lubed those. Those are lubed Xylants. But they are very scratchy. Let's see if I can. I don't know if you can hear it. You can hear it? Okay, yeah. They're very, very scratchy. But if you take, where's that guy that yeah. But if you take the Xylent MX Silence stem and you put them on either Zelios or then they are really good. Let me do one right now so you can see. And keep in mind that this is not lubed or anything. This is like stock MX Silent. So you're gonna see the difference. It's huge difference. I don't know if the spring is bad as well. I'm gonna keep the spring first, and then we can probably swap the spring as well. So let me take out the F here. So this is MX Silence, and this is so they are way better, and you can improve it even more by swapping the spring. I don't know what I think this spring is too light because I bought my MX Silence from Novel Keys, and they come with very light springs. I think it's MX Red spring, so it's like 45 grams. But let's try with that as well. Yeah, MX Silence are, for me, the best silent switches you can get. So it even reduces the spring noise further. Anyways, so my opinion is that Xylents are not worth it. You're better off getting Alias and MX Silence if you can. So that would be my recommendation regarding silent switches. So let me put this back. And even if you want to keep the cherry housing and just swap the spring, I think you're better off with that than with the Xylents. Let me just put back the switches that were here. Punchies. What are punch? Oh, punches is the one that you can get from Taobao. Yeah, I heard about those and didn't try them though. What I am about to try, something we can talk about as well. I bought another mini switch. This here. Those are the Revo Whites. They're good linears too. Like I. See, Siri thought I was talking to her. So this is another hot swap board that I have, and I mounted 5 different linears here. So I have Revo Whites. I have looped Revo Whites. I have Gateron Yellows. I think they're looped. I have Gateron Cherry RGB Black, Retooled. And then I have Gretec here, okay? So just remember, we have stock Revo, Revo looped, Gateron yellow looped, and then RGB black, and then Gretex. Let's see how they sound. They are all very, very similar. Or very good linears as well. So let's see. I think this is Revo stock. Revo looped. Gateron yellows. RGB black Retooled, cherry. And then Gretex. The one that I like the most is definitely the cherry RGB. But I'm gonna, maybe I'll do the M65A tomorrow with Revo whites. Oh, you like the Gateron yellows? That's one of my favorite switches as well. I love Gateron yellows, but I do think that the cherry sounds a little better. And you have to consider that I was using some, the plate that I'm using is carbon fiber, which is loud as fuck. So I may do Revo whites with the M65A. Milky Cat yellows. Never tried the milky variant. The ones that I have are not milky, I think. Or are they? Hold on. No, they're not. They are the regular white bottom. All right, guys. Anything else? You guys wanted to take a look before we wrap up? I'm gonna order some Yuki now. I also ordered the creamy, is it cream or creamy, the ones from the Group I? Yeah, man, I want to build it with SCKM browns, but I need to figure out the fucking stabs. I'm almost drilling a hole here to do plate mount MX switches. That would be stupid. But I meant co-star stabs, to do co-star stabs. But I don't think I would do a good job with this plate. But it does suck. We'll see. We'll see. I have other plates here. I'm gonna see if any of them is ALPS compatible. If not, I'm gonna have to wait and see what can be done. I was gonna say maybe I can 3D print a plate, but my printer is not wide enough. I don't have other ALPS boards. I don't have any ALPS board here. I don't think. Oh, hold on. My mom is calling me. Yeah, this is my first ALPS. I don't have any ALPS, to be honest. I'm thinking here. I have a, what's the name of BKE 2010, but that doesn't have any space bar, so I don't think I can get any ALPS stabs from there. I may be able to get, okay, I'm gonna look at the BKE 2010 to see how they do the stabs. Maybe I can get it from there. So I'm not sure. Because I really don't have any other ALPS boards. That would be my first ALPS indeed. All right, guys. I'm gonna talk to you then on Discord, and if not tomorrow, on the build stream. I'll let you guys know ahead of time what I will be building, okay? You guys take care and have a good night or afternoon. Thank you, guys. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it. Bye-bye.